Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello student, welcome to our second PU Computer Science online classes. In last class, we already discussed about some points from chapter our classes and objects. So some of the highlighted points are definition and declaration of classes and objects, maybe defining or the general syntax for defining a class, or some access specifiers important, or the keyword access specifiers are private, public and protected. Now in today's class we are going to discuss about our member of the class. So in our class some of the members are there. So which one is called as the member of the class? So here the member of the class can be data or functions. The member of the class can be data or functions, and the very important point we know that the private and protected member of the class, whatever the data we are going to declare in our private and protected access specifier, can be accessed only through the functions, that is called as the methods, okay, of that class only. So the private and protected member of the class can be accessed only through the member function, that is called as the methods or the operations of that class only. No other class, that means no function outside a class include statement can access the data directly here. So how we are going to access the object of the class here? So here the public data member of object of the class can be accessed by using the syntax. The syntax is the, that means here we are using one operator. The name of the operator is called as the direct member access operator. So the object of the class can be accessed using operator. The operator is called as the dot operator, or maybe called as the period operator here, and one more name, that is the direct member access operator. Now some of the syntax and why we are using all those syntax. So this syntax for accessing the class member is, maybe I want to access, I already said the class member are the data or function. So this syntax is usable to access the class member. So the class member, that is, one is the data and second one is called as the function. So the syntax class object dot member data, class object dot member function, or maybe if any arguments are there in function, then we are going to write the arguments in our class object dot member function here. So maybe I think it will be clear to everyone the member of the class here. Now let's see, by using one example we are going to clear the member of the class example here. So we know that the keyword class is used to declare the class, and rectangle is the name of the class here. And maybe here some of the data are there, maybe the data is the int L, int B, that call as the member data, okay here, all those are the member data. That means the private access specifier, if no access specifier is mentioned, then by default the data are the private, okay here. So the L and B comes in case of the member data here. And some of the functions of the rectangle class are, one is the get data, second one is the compute underscore area, and third one is called as the display. Now this is called as the end of the class definition, okay here. Closing of the flower bracket with semicolon is called as the end of the class definition in this case here, and this point is called as the main program, okay. So this one is the main program of the class rectangle. So such main program going to start by using int, okay. In this case here I used the int in this case. In case if you want you can use the void also, no any problem. So int main here. And later next one is, we know that this one is called as the object of the class. The R1 is the object of the class in this case, and such object of the class is declared by using the class name. I already written what's the name of the class. The name of the class is the rectangle. Okay here. So the rectangle R1 here. Now I am going to access the member function. So how I am going to access? The syntax for accessing the member function or the member of the class here. So R1 dot get data, R1 dot compute underscore area, R1 dot display here. And later on you should know why, because maybe if you are going to take the main program function as the int in this case, now should write it the return 0, and such a return 0 need to write after the get ch. Okay here. So this is, so by using such an example we can say that here LB are the member data of the class rectangle. Okay, and later next one is the get data, compute underscore area, display are the member function of the class rectangle here. And later R1 is the object, or in other words we can say as the class variables. Okay, the R1 is the object or the class variables here, and that denotes the member function, or that calls the member function. Member functions are get data, compute underscore area, display. Thank you. We already discussed that is the member of the class. Now the program to show the use of access specifiers with the classes and objects. The program to show the use of access specifiers with the classes and objects. So here we know that first of all, whatever the program is there, such program going to start by using header file IOStream. So hash include IOStream. IOStream is the input and output stream. Okay here, to get the input and to display the output we need to use the header file IOStream. And second header file hash include conio.h, and such conio is usable for the function. The function is the CLR SCR, clear the screen here. And the next header file hash include iomanip.h. So iomanip manipulation, that means here we can say that for the manipulation for the end line and the set w, we need to use the header file iomanip.h here. And we know that the keyword class is used to declare the class. The name of the class is the data. Okay, the class, it is the keyword, and data is the name of the class here. And later the private, why? Because we know that the access specifiers, 3 access specifiers are there. One is the private, second one is the public, and third one is the protected. But in every program we are going to use the access specifier private and the public. We are not using protected. Why? Because we know the meaning of the private and protected. The protected is similar to the private. Okay, the members cannot be accessed from outside, that is both are similar. So this first access specifier, the access specifier is the private. Okay, and private colon, then day, month, year, all are called as the member data. Okay, and such data going to declare by using the data type int. So int day, int month, int year. So all are called as the private member data of the class data. Okay kya? And later next one, the public. Why we using the public access specifier? The public access specifier is usable or used to declare or to define the member function. Okay, so the member function name is the date. Clear this point here? The member function name is the date, but should remember it, the class name is the data, the member function name is the date, and such a date member function having 3 arguments. The one is the dd, yy, and each dd, yy going to declare separately by using their data type int, then dd, int, int, yy. Now I am going to write some information or some coding here. Now whatever I am going to add in DD, maybe the DD is the 7, okay, such one going to add into the day. Clear this point here? Why? Because you should remember in our computing, whatever we are going to use, such one going to use from our, in this case, the right to the left. So whatever I am going to add, maybe the date, maybe the day is the 7 here, such a 7 going to add it to the variable day. Clear this point here? And here I already declared the day. So because of this reason I can use, and later whatever is there in our yum going to add it to the month. Clear this point here? I already declared the month, and later next one is about our YY, maybe the 2014. Why? Because in the output I written 2014. So the 2014 going to add it into the variable year, and such year I already declared here. Clear this point here? So all are the member data of the class data, and the member function name is the date, and such member function having 3 arguments. The 3 arguments are DD, YY. Now whatever is that I added in DD, such one going to add it to the day, add it to the month, and YY, that is going to add it to our year. Now after adding, I want to display one by one here. Then such a display going to possible by using our cout. The full form of the cout is the console output. Okay, here the console output here, and here maybe in 3 times I return T. So what about the T? That means it's leaving some of the space in between the numbers. Okay, here. So the T is the tab here. So day and going to display. Later next one, the some space here, then it going to display as the month. After that some space, then it going to display the year. Clear this point here? Why? Because maybe if you are going to write the day by using double quotation, then it going to display as a message. But if you are not using the double quotation, then it going to display as a value. So because of this reason, the day going to display as 7. Whatever you are going to enter for the day, such one going to display, and T for the tab. That means it leaving this space, okay, between the numbers here. So the day, then later next one tab, month, and later tab, and later what's the year. Then I already opened one flower bracket, so such flower bracket going to close, and later next one, the one more flower bracket with the semicolon, and we already know the flower bracket with semicolon is called as the end of class definition. Okay, so this is called as the end of the class definition in this case here, and later our int main. Why? Because this one is the main function, and in main function we are going to declare the object of the class. Okay, so the int main, this is called as the main function, and such one going to start by using the flower bracket, and we already know why, because here 2 objects are there. In this example I used 2 objects. The objects, one is the date 1 and second one is the date 2. So how I am going to declare the object here? Such object date 1 and date 2 going to declare by using the class name. So what's the name of the class? The name of the class is the data. So data date 1 comma date 2, and later if no more objects going to declare, then we are going to use the semicolon. Okay, and later CLR SCR to clear the screen, and we already written the header file. The header file is the conio.h. okay, and conio.h. Now I am going to access the member function. So how I am going to access the member function? The member function going to access by using their objects, correct? No, so the object is the date 1. So date 1 dot date. Why? Because here the member function name is the date. Okay, the syntax for accessing the member function. So the syntax for accessing the member function, class object dot member function. If any argument, then we are going to use the argument. So just only class object date 1, member function name is the date here, and later argument 7, that is called as the day, 12 is the month, 2014 is the year. Okay, and later next one, this second object name, the second object name is the date 2. So same thing, date 2 dot date, and maybe if any number you want to write for the DD, and YY, you can use it here, and later after that, after accessing the object with member function, function, laterwards the get ch to close the file. Okay, and you should remember it. Why? Because I used the main function as the int main. Okay, the main function is the int main, and we know that if you are using the int main as the main function, then such one going to close by using the return 0. It going to return the value from one function to the another function. Or maybe if you are using void main, then no need to use the return 0. And laterwards we already open the flower bracket. We already open the flower bracket, and such flower bracket going to close at the end of the program. Okay, after the return 0, and this is the output of the program. The output of the program. Why? Because the day, so day is the 7, month is the 12, year is the 2014, and 3 times I access the object with member function. So this is 1, 2, 3. So it is going to display in output as 7/12/2014, 8/12/2014, 12/12/2014 here. So how many times you are going to access the object? It is going to enter the value for the day, month and the year. Thank you.